Hi, welcome back to my page. And if you're new, welcome. I'm glad to have you all here. Today we are going to talk about keeping our word to ourselves, right? Keeping the promises that we tell ourselves to ourselves. I know it's kind of tricky, but I often would tell myself something, think something in my mind, say, oh, I'm gonna get up early and start this new routine of working out early or going to the gym early or trying to just do different things like that. And unfortunately, what was happening is when I would put my intentions out there, I would set that alarm and then I wouldn't want to get out of bed. Either I was still tired or felt tired. I was too comfortable. So I would just sit there and just snooze my alarm. And then sometimes I would even wake up later than what I originally should have woken up at because I had my sleep interrupted because of these alarms and snoozing going back 12 to 15 minutes every time. It was just exhausting. And sometimes I would just, turn it off and not even snooze it. And then at that times I would kind of oversleep. So it wasn't a good situation at all. But by doing this, I didn't really realize the effects that it would have on my life. Of now I've kind of made it a habit, unfortunately, of saying things to myself and not following through with it. And now it's hard to trust myself. And when we continuously tell ourselves things and we don't do them, then yes, it's hard to believe in ourselves. And if we can't believe in ourselves, how can we believe in others as well? So it does affect not only our relationship with ourselves, but how we have relationships with others as well. So I didn't really, think that keeping the promise to myself, like, oh, it's just, to myself and whatever. I didn't really think, like I said, that it was going to have such an impact on my life. But it truly does. So can we correct it? Yes, we can. And I've been working on it for myself, of doing things for myself now and making it more of a habit and just putting it into my routine daily. Sorry, these are my notes. So, I would start off small with whatever you are thinking, or that, something that maybe you've been telling yourself for a while, like, oh, I really need to do this, or I really want to do this, or whatever the case may be. Start off with something that you can do daily, right? Is it drinking enough water daily? Even if it's not exactly where you should, because they say technically we should be drinking, I know this is a little controversial, so it is what it is, but from what I've read and what really kind of works for me is to drink half of my body weight in ounces of water. So when I do that, I feel my best, to be honest. You can do something like that. But if you don't have to do exactly that, you can say, if you're drinking maybe 20 ounces of water a day, then maybe you're going to say, I'm going to drink 40 ounces of water a day, or I'm going to drink 65 ounces of water a day, and make that something that you promise to yourself every day. Even if you have to add some lemon, different fruits, different things in there to help get that water down at first, or even make a game out of it. Every time I see this thing or every time I hear a word, I'm going to chug my water, and kind of do that to make it fun, because it's going to take a little effort and consistency to make it a habit for that. Or maybe you're just going to want to say, I'm going to go for a walk every day, or I'm going to move my body every day. Or you can cook yourself a healthy meal once a day, have a healthy lunch, have a healthy dinner, something like that. Or, I mean, the list can go on and on. So choose something that fits within you that you want to do for yourself. I just gave some ideas of what things that I did for myself in the past. So, and when I first started working out 10 and 12 years ago, it was hard, right? I was struggling to get it done. And then eventually it turned into a habit. Now I do it all the time. I work out 5 to 6 days a week. So right now, trying to fit something else into your routine may seem a bit overwhelming. It may seem like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. But that's why I would say start off small, because you don't want it to be overwhelming. You don't want it to take an hour to complete it, especially if it's like working out, and you don't have a lot of time already to get that workout in. We just want to commit 10 minutes to ourselves. 10 minutes of less of news, 10 minutes less of us watching a TV or scrolling on social media, whatever that case that may be, but give yourself 10 minutes to do that, And so once you choose that one thing that you want to do for yourself, then what you can do is I would suggest to do that every day, no matter if it's Saturday or if it's a Monday, because sometimes on the weekends, we tend to get a little lazy. We're not in our routine so much because we're not having to get the kids off to school or going to work or whatever the situation is, right? So, talking from experience, yes. So, what we want to do is just, like I said, do it no matter if it's a Saturday or if it's a Monday, and we want to stick with it for 30 days. So once we do that every day for 30 days, then we want to kind of reflect back on it with ourselves. Like say, okay, was this hard? Was this easy? Did this become a habit at this point? Or do I still need more time to incorporate this into my routine as a habit? So if you don't, by the 30-day mark, if you're not like being able to do it without really like kind of thinking about it, or at least putting like so much effort and thought into it, then I would suggest to continue doing it for another 30 days, and then reflect back after, that would be 60 days then. By that time, 60 to 90 days, I would say that a good routine or a good habit can be established if we're continuously doing that. So, and then once we get that down, right? Once we get situated with that one thing that we have added in, then let's think about, okay, well, what is another thing that I want to start doing that I haven't been doing that will help transform myself and help me become the best version of myself, right? So that may be reading, 5 minutes of a personal development book or whatever it is for you. So then I would start doing that, adding that second thing in once you get comfortable with that first thing. And then also same situation, and you're gonna just continually build until you have a routine for yourself, a good routine, and that you are taking care of yourself and doing things that are going to help improve yourself, and help you become the best version of yourself. So, and then by us consistently doing this and keeping ourselves, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I just want to say, every week when you are every week that, or not even every week, every day, right? Every day that you complete your task, you make a big deal out of it. Give yourself a high five, start journaling about it. Give yourself a high five even in the mirror. Tell yourself, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you." You have to get really excited about it, because if you don't get excited and you don't acknowledge it as being something positive, chances are we're not going to keep it, because it's like, yeah, who cares, you know? But no, we do care, and it's something that we definitely have to get into more of a routine of being excited for ourselves, that we are changing and we are doing positive things for one another or for ourselves, you know? So yes, make sure that you are making a big deal out of it. Tell your good self-talk, you know, tell yourself, yes, I'm proud of you. You did a great job. You are amazing. You are going to be wonderful, whatever your self-talk is. But make sure it's positive. And, you know, if you don't do it for a day, or say that you get a little maybe short or something like that, forgive yourself. Say, okay, you know, I didn't do it this one day, but we're not going to make that into a routine, right? We're going to say, okay, I didn't do it here, but we're going to continue doing it and move forward with that. And then, you know, that will help too. And it's a good thing to say, you know what, to give yourself grace with that, and, you know, say, we didn't do it this day, but we're going to continue doing it going forward. That is also good for you to keep self accountability, right? You're making yourself accountable. You are saying, okay, I didn't do it here, but I'm going to continue doing it here. And as long as you continue doing what you promised yourself to do and not making it a habit of not doing it, then your self-love and your self-trust and all of that will develop very good for yourself. So I really hope that you found this to be helpful, and I would love to hear back from you, and for you to comment below of how did it go? How did you feel? Did you feel that it was easy? Was it hard? Different things like that. So, and then also don't forget to really be positive about what you're doing, because that makes such a difference in how we see ourselves and how we are going to keep our motivation to keep going, to become the best version of ourselves. And no matter how long it takes you, don't give up, because if you give up, you'll never be there. But if you keep working towards it, eventually you will. So, you know, a lot of people lose hope or lose motivation when they don't see something change so instantly, right? Because we've become such an instant gratification community people because of social media and all of that. So this is going to take some time to transform and become the best version of yourself. So just continuously working towards things, small things, small changes to make you a better person, a better version of you. And then, and to enjoy it, you know. And at first I was having a lot of problems, like trouble enjoying it too, like, because I wanted like to just, you know, wave my wand and it to be all done. But unfortunately, that's just not how it goes. And so we just have to kind of, you know, pay attention to what is going well, stick with what's going well, and build off of that. And to stop doing things that doesn't make us feel good, right? And that is not going, that's not in the best interest of ourselves. So I hope you, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.